Hello. So this is where I'm going to be doing my videos, and I don't know if I'm going to do them every day, but I'm going to document and make a video log of my body transformation. Right now, I got a big old belly, a little bit of man boob going on, double chin going on. Yeah. This is the heaviest I ever weighed in my entire life, and I usually run around, 175, 185, right through there. That's my normal body weight. Right now I'm at 215. Now there's a reason why. Just a little bit of backstory is that I am a film actor, and a lot of other actors are asking me to learn how I do these things. How do I transform my body? And I'm 42 years old right now, and actually I turned 43 in like 21 days. So it's a little bit harder than it was, 5-6 years ago when I started sort of doing body transformations. But I've been really big and I've been really lean. I've been down to 140 and I've been up to now 215 was what I sort of started at, the sort of the weight that I hit my top end. I am at 214.2 right now, but I'm just now beginning my body transformation. So this is day one. And the way I lose my weight, and there's a whole bunch of science on it. There's a Dr. Fung. If you Google him, it's intermittent fasting, Dr. Fung. And he goes over a lot of the things about why intermittent fasting works. Now, because I've done such drastic body transformations in the past, I just strictly do fasting. I never go over 7 days. I know what you're thinking if you're watching this video. Oh my gosh, 7 days of fasting. I could never do that. Well, I was going 12, 14 before when I was trying to get super lean for this one role. And it is possible. If you have body fat, you can't starve. If you have body fat, your body has the energy reserves that it can use when it needs to use them. That's one myth I want to break right now. Now, I'm not a medical professional, so always talk to a doctor first before you start any kind of random change in your diet or lifestyle. But in this case, if you are looking at fasting, don't walk into it thinking, I'm going to crush 5 days. Just try to do 24. Just try to get through a 24-hour period without food. You drink as much water as you can. No sugar-free stuff either. No sugar-free gum, no sugar-free drinks. Even artificial sugar still stimulates an insulin response, and it shuts down the fat burning. And what you have to do is you have to teach your body how to use the fat for fuel. If you've been overweight for a really long time, your body knows how to store it really well. It doesn't know how to pull from it too well. So you've always been in this surplus. And if you've tried diets in the past and you do calorie restriction comes with a whole slew of different issues with messing with your ghrelin hormone, which stimulates your hunger. When you're in a calorie restriction, your body's going to try to fight back because it thinks that you need to be motivated to eat more. So it's going to raise those levels. With straight fasting, you don't get the ghrelin spike. So you don't gain the weight back after you go back to eating. Now, if you're eating junk and way more than you need to support your body weight, then yes, you're going to continually, slowly regain. But a lot of people that do calorie restriction or diets, if they leave it and they go back to normal eating, they're just going to gain it all back very quickly, and then probably some because they've jacked up their hunger hormone. But watch Dr. Fung's video on intermittent fasting. He really goes over how the diminished returns of diets and how it messes up your metabolism and your hormones. Fasting is something that humans have done for a very long time. Now, I'm not going to preach into it too much, because I want you to see the results first. So I'm going to put a picture up on the screen. This is a picture I took right at the end of filming. So the last film I had to get really big for. So I decided I was going to go all out. Let's get as big as I could possibly get, because I was already a little bit bigger from the film before that, where I had to play a coach and he was a little bit, tubby. The character I had to play in the next film, I had seen pictures and I knew that he was a lot larger. I knew I wasn't going to get that big, but I wanted to get as big as I could. So I packed on a lot of weight for this, and it was fun eating burgers and pizza, and I do martial arts, so I really had to eat a lot of food because I'm constantly working out, I'm teaching, doing all that stuff. So now when you first start fasting, again, start off slow. You know, if you can't even do a 24, just try to go 12. Just try to intermittent fast if you can. And I might go into that a little bit later as to how intermittent fasting works, and how, you know, the insulin response works, and how fat burning starts and stops. I will be tracking metrics along the way. I have blood sugar tests. So we'll be doing blood sugar tests, because that's something other people have asked me about, is like, well, what about blood sugar? Well, I went 12 days without eating and my blood sugar still wasn't in the red. Your body's fully capable of turning that fat into everything that you need. You don't need multivitamins. You don't need any of that other garbage. You just need water. Now, I do add something to my water. It's non-caloric. It's 2 salts. It's sodium and potassium. And I'll put the mix up later on. I'm not going to do it right now. Will I burn some muscle? Yes, but it'll be a fraction of the muscle I would lose if I were eating a calorie restriction or dieting. You're going to torch muscle when you diet because your body's still getting food. When you fast, your body becomes what's called muscle sparing. So your body's trying to hold on to that muscle because it knows you don't have food. You need to be strong, you need to be focused, you need to be able to go and hunt that animal or whatever you need to do to go feed your body. So we're not wired to just shut down and fall apart when we don't have food. We're actually wired to get more efficient. But you have to teach your body how to do it. So start off slow if you're going to do it. Again, I'll probably do daily check-ins for this first week. I don't have any martial arts training until next week. So I figured it was a good time to start, get as much down as I can. I have a target weight of 180, and then that's when I'm going to switch into a completely different mode. So I really hope this video helps people, because you can see how I first try to trim off as much of the excess as I can. You can't just convert fat into muscle. So I want to get rid of as much of the fat as I can, let my body torch through it for energy. And then afterwards, once I get down to about 180-ish, then I'm going to transition. I just bought a nice power rack, and unfortunately my ceilings are too short at my home, so I'm going to have to set up the camera down at the fire station where I also work, and at the fire station I'll be doing a lifting circuit. Now, the lifting circuit I used, I didn't invent it. I'll put a link to where you can go to watch the videos that tell you what it is. It's a 12-week process. The first 3 weeks you're actually lifting 4 days a week. The second 3 weeks you're lifting 5, and the third 3 weeks you're lifting 6 days a week, 1 day rest. And man, you would just watch your body get shredded. For my body, I'm 5'10", so yeah, I know some people like 5'10", 214, holy crap, like yeah, but I carry a lot of muscle mass as well. So, you know, 180 looks great on me. I'm happy with 180. But if I'm lifting and doing that, I'm going to start packing the muscle underneath, getting a lot more definition, and my body will still keep burning fat. Because during my process of losing it, I taught my body, again, go to fat for energy first. And so whenever I need it, it's going to go there. And I'll be eating regular meals, but it's going to be 2 meals a day. 1 small meal before I lift, that gives me the punch that I need for the gym, and then 1 big feed later on in the day. But that's it. I'm not going to eat little snacks. I'm not going to eat multiple times a day. I'm not going to eat 6 meals a day or 8 meals a day like The Rock when he was trying to be, Hercules. I'm not going to do that. I don't want to get that big. I'm not trying to bulk and get big. I'm trying to get nice definition, look good, maybe get a 6-pack at 43. That would be pretty sweet. But if not, at least have a flat tummy, nice defined chest muscles, good arm tone. That's what I'm going for. Now, the date right now, and this isn't a New Year's resolution. I was just sort of waiting for the holidays to get over so I could attack this and not be at the Christmas party going, oh, well, I'm not eating. So I waited till after the new year to start just so I didn't have to do that and be rude. January 4th is the day today. This is my current weight. We'll put that down on the screen. I want to complete the body transformation before the summer. It's January 4th. So I'm looking at May 4th. 4 months. There are 3 full phases to what I'm doing, and then I'll break it down into each one as we go through this video transition. Right now we're in phase 1. That's my fasting phase. It's the torch as much body fat as I can phase. That's going to end on February 4th. So I'm giving myself those 30 days, that 1 month period to, try to do 7 days at a time, refeed, 7 days, refeed, or 5-6 days, refeed, whatever I can push it to, because I do still train. Some days I might need to break the fast because I might train super hard. We might do, 50, 60 push-ups at martial arts that day, and I'm just going to need to do it because I don't want to tear my muscle down and not give it anything to rebuild with. Minimum of 5 days, maximum of 7. That's the first 30 days. Then on February 4th, that's when I'm going to begin my 12-week lifting program, where I'm actually going to be lifting first thing in the morning. It's easier. Get it done early in the morning. That means waking up at 5, maybe even 4:30 in the morning. Sitting down, eating a nice breakfast with a good amount of protein, which I love, with eggs. Eggs are amazing, one of the best foods ever. A protein drink, and check my carbs. Make sure I'm getting some kind of carb spike in there, because you need that for the gym so you can perform. That's phase 2. Lifting weights, eating right, intermittent fasting. Last thing too, I talked about the blood sugar, but I also didn't talk about ketones. My body gets into ketosis usually around 36 hours of fasting. So I will start showing ketones on the strips then, but I'll probably wait until after I've passed the 48, maybe 60 hour mark to show you what my ketone strips look like, because they should be showing really good color by like 48 to 60 hours. Other people will tell you to take weeks to get into ketosis, or sell you fake ketones. Like, it's ridiculous, like what people try to do to make money. But no, my body's just going to start jacking up my ketone levels, and I'll show you. I'll take a picture of the strip after I do the test. Forgot one other thing. The phase 3 area that is after May 4th. I'm not going to say a lot about it. All I'm going to say is I'm going to be doing Insanity, because I've worked on everything else. Muscle up, fat down. Now I got to have my cardio. So for the cardio, I'm going to do an Insanity program. Now if you do the range, Insanity is a 2-month program. So we have May 4th, June, July. So by the 4th of July, I want to make one final video that I'll release after this is all done, to say, what did I do between May and July? What did my body change? What was the body change doing something like Insanity? Pushing myself to the limit. How did I change from May to July 4th? And what's the difference in like a crazy intense cardio program? How did that change my look? And we'll see what that looks like. I expect more muscle definition, less fat, and a much healthier muscle, and very good endurance and cardio. So that's it. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.